smoke. It's the midday burn. Fired up. I'm Dr. D.B. Kush.
DJ Long Hair Don't Care.
Slick in the building.
And V-Jam's on.
S-O-S. Smoke one, son.
Let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
If you knew when you were gonna die, what would be the last thing you do?
I don't wanna know when I'm gonna die.
If I died tomorrow, I'd take out a loan. Take Shorty all the way to Cabo, Mexico. Maybe have a stripping pole in the room, that'd be cool. When we get too hot, go hop in the pole. If I died tomorrow, I'd party with my enemies. Act like we were cool with no beef. Then when my heart stops, there's wood too. The last thing they'd hear would be like, fuck you. If I died tomorrow, I'd get in a cop chase, drinking a 7-Eleven Slurpee on the first date. Scared the shit out of the girl and jump out of my whip just to see how she would handle it. And if I died tomorrow, I head to Boston, smoke that Rastafarian with my brethren, record a song in in-house studio with my dude. If I died tomorrow, I'd know what to do. You? If you knew that your day was coming soon, man, what would you do? If you knew that your day was coming soon, man, what would you do? If I died tonight, get in the bar fight, start a mosh pit, get the whole fucking bar hyped, then hop on the mic to recite my lines, get real fucking high from my Buddha supply. If I died tonight, I go out in style, rocking all white tux with nice crocodiles on my feet. You know what I mean? My steez, I smoke a blunt with Snoop Dogg, shoot the breeze. If I died tonight, I die as me. No for a fact, I stood up for my beliefs. I go hard and I always rock steady. So bury me with the laptop, record ready. Living one day at a time, that ain't far from my mind. So I smoke that sublime. That's what I do if I died tonight. My last breath would be on the mic or in a scythe, you dig? If you knew that your day was coming soon, man, what would you do? If you knew that your day was coming soon, man, what would you do? See what I mean, man?
I like it.
So what would you do if you were gonna die?
Buy 40 prostitutes.
Oh, you just buy 40 prostitutes. Okay. Alright, man. Well, I'll see you later, bro.
Party, and party, and party, and party.
Yeah! How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Y'all tuned into the midday burn. Fired up. I'm still coughed out off the dad, trying to get my goddamn lungs back.
I'm trying to kill everybody.
We started this show off, dad in Denver for real.
Now, just take a deep breath.
How about
Cough some more.
y'all get y'all dabbers out and see if y'all can cough too. See, we got set up. We had a dry dab pipe.
Yeah, sorry. Wasn't really trying to kill everybody.
I got a good sweat. I had to cut the air conditioner on. I'm gonna fall out of there. Straight up.
That bad, huh? Let me test it.
All right, y'all. Jeez, give me the weed. All right, so how y'all doing today?
Woo!
Doing fine.
Still
I'm
obviously a
feeling
little worn
good.
out.
If anybody noticed our Facebook post, our Twitters, the websites, One Blunt Radio, the Midday Burn, man, we was everywhere. We was hanging out with the stars, VIP treatment, as you would call it, bottle popping. You know, when people just walk up and give you drinks when it's a bar, but you don't got to buy your drink from the bar. That type of party.
That was great.
That was a really good party, man. I really enjoyed it. Shout out to Coast Mixtapes. DJs. I am a member, been a member since 2009. Shout out Little Fats. Shout out for the way you threw the party, but I'm not going to go into that on this show because everyone knows if you caught my post last night at 12:10, 1:10, I'm going to go in about this weekend and the past month of Colorado music. The hype on Colorado music, the 5280 Music Awards, the Step Up and Get Live, the Coast to Coast mixtape DJs, and the Western Music Awards. There's been a lot of bitching and moaning and grinding and just a whole lot of talking and stuff going on. So we're just going to have a quick hour session, listen to some of Colorado's hottest independents right now that didn't make any list. I'm going to find artists that didn't make any list, and we're going to bump artists that might have should have been on the list, or you tell me if they probably was the reason why they wasn't on the list. And beyond being on the list, fuck the list. Beyond all of it at all, just the type of artist that are you trying to be. Because it doesn't matter what happens for you locally, and we'll talk about that if you have the right national push working.
Well, and I'd like to give a big plug for the Casbah. They're a pretty nice little place. I mean, we've been, you know, that's the Speakeasy and the Casbah now that we've been to that are really nice places inside and are obviously open to the medical cannabis culture.
Yes.
And, you know, so it's not just the hip hop side. We have seen the hip hop shows, but I mean, you know, these are good clubs to go and have something, and I really get the feeling that they're very reasonable for their rates too. I haven't looked into that, but
you know, even Sunday night probably after y'all was getting ready to leave or something like that, you know, they had karaoke on the little small side of the bar.
Really?
Yes, they do. It's on Sunday nights.
Huh.
Yeah, they keep it going over there. They sit over there till almost 2 in the morning one morning. Karaoke.
Yeah, we sat out there. Me, his mother, and Val. And,
karaoke.
her friend.
Karaoke.
Yeah.
They did it. I'm glad though, because I got up out of there. I wasn't gonna get caught up in the karaoke fest.
Yeah, the karaoke. You knew about that, right?
I knew it was about to go down.
And then I've said before a lot too that I'm really more of a punk rocker. But man, there was a lot of good music that we
saw a lot of good music this weekend.
There was a lot of good music.
Like, I mean, an abundance of good music. Like, last night I was impressed, dude. I wasn't at a moment in time during last night that I felt like I didn't hear a good group.
Right?
No, the group that won should have won. I like everything that happened last night happened the right way. Yes. You didn't feel like it was a buddy system and Jimmy James went, no, you didn't feel like none of that. It was ran good. They had a good system, and they sent you an email with your feedback and let you know what everybody thought, what the Twitter people, what the people in the universe thought.
Well, and it couldn't have been rigged. They were from out of town. I mean, that was. I don't know. There were so many good things to say.
Yeah, they're not.
Coast to Coast was so impressed that they want to be out here regular.
The best in the area, right?
Hey, I'm gonna just put it out there.
Wasn't this the first time they said?
This is the first time they came to Colorado, and I'm glad I had my name on the bill. I was glad to be a celebrity judge. Like, I'm glad that I actually went and hung out because it was an event that was worth hanging out with.
Oh, definitely.
We met a lot of great artists, like off the head. I can't remember anyone's name. I know we got some CDs. Let's see the CDs too. I know we got long hair.
We got screaming, smoldering butt bitches.
Sammy Smolder and butt bitches. She was there. We got Attack.
Oh yeah, they're the ones that won, right?
Yeah, the winners was Attack, and I'm telling you, they went in. They went in. Attack went in. They came to win. Attack. They attacked. Like they earned it. What's this? Holidays in the Sun. Sonny Collins Jr. Holidays in the Sun. We had him in there, and out of Vegas. Fat Boy Films presents Long Hair Don't Care, and it was 2 of them. Let me see that flyer right there.
Yeah.
See, with the flyer, Long Hair Don't Care was a group, and it was Money Crane and Grease the Factor, and they're out of Las Vegas.
And I think
Was that your favorite group, Long Hair?
Look at the CD.
They were really good, and then it was.
Oh, another long hair don't care.
Had to go get a picture
Look at
with
the
them
names.
because of the name.
Look
Yeah,
at the names.
but they got a long hair don't care the movie. We haven't had a chance to review that yet either.
I think they're different. I don't know.
Yeah, Money Crane and I want to mess your name up. Grease the Factor. They came out here, they got it in, and they've been touring with Coast to Coast. They've been touring with Coast to Coast all. They've been touring with Coast to Coast all last month, and they're touring with them all this month, all through the West Coast.
Nice.
So they did the South and the West, which, if I'm just saying that if you're looking at marketing something, that was a smart move on their part because they're moving around all the way across the board. So shouts out to them and their whole little movement, and shoot,
Yeah,
you might
that
see
was
Dr. DB Kush emulate that move. So Little Fats, you be looking for my cop. Who's calling? The doctor. Resident. Got that Kush.
And then we smoked everybody out all weekend too.
All weekend, we blew the brains out of everybody's
Well,
mind.
I guess we let Blue Mountain smoke us out a little bit.
Yeah, Blue
and,
Mountain blew us back on Friday. And the drill.
And the
You
drill.
can't knock the drill out. I got to look in my pocket. It was a dispensary that had some wax.
I know, man. I feel bad because I stared at the sign that was up inside of the speakeasy for a minute, trying to make sure I would remember their name for Monday.
I know. And see, I was trying to make sure I had.
Because they had the Jack Herrera and
They had,
the Tangerine. Was it a Canamed? I almost wanted to say that, but it just seemed.
Yeah, Canamed was up there.
Because there was only I don't think there was really any dispensaries that showed up besides him, right?
Right.
It was a big, he had a big thing, like a banner, as you walk down the
Yeah,
front
I'm
of
pretty
the...
sure it was
with
Canamed.
a- with
Yeah.
the back, it's Canamed.
Woo!
But
That was
overall, I
phenomenal
just said it was a very
Tangerine.
good weekend.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just the networking that we pulled off, dope.
Yeah, it was.
Not counting for all of our listeners, breaking news, of course. Breaking news.
Uh-oh.
We are now known as One Blunt Radio, KSOS,
Oh, yeah.
Denver, at Casa del Smoke.
Yes, KSOS.
So know this, and you will see the call letters start to show up here within a few days into the digital system, but matter, I really said it wrong. It's onebluntradio.com, KSOSDB. Can't forget the DB. That means digital broadcaster, just in case you didn't know.
Well, I thought I was
You thought it meant me, huh? Yeah. My bad that they decided to brand their shit with my brand. You know, I'm cool, you know. DB is digital broadcaster.
Your music do pay the bills.
They keep us working, shit.
That's right.
I'm just saying, though, you know, I forgot you can't forget the DB because that's on there. That's part of it. KSOSDB. Yeah, so we're one of the few people in the city that do have the digital licensing and digitally recognized in the whole digital media realm. So shouts out for that move, team. And hell, let's go to a song. We're going to go to Rowdy Shade House Band.
Okay.
They'll be at the Bondathon in 2 weeks. August 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
I'm coming home on the 5th.
Yeah, we're coming home on the 5th, but it's still the 5th. You're going to wake up there, ain't you?
Yeah.
Do you just jump in the car and go?
Yeah.
No, you don't. You go around, you take pictures, you dab up, you got to clean up. You ain't just getting up and going. So
What, in the
August
morning?
3rd, 4th, and 5th. To him, my buddy Ro, over there. Let me say it again for you. For you, not for y'all, for you. August 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Okay.
And I don't mean a bottle. We're going to hit y'all real quick with Rowdy Shade House Band, and we'll be right back.
Right.
just a little smile, and let me satisfy your taste. Babe, why don't you take off your clothes and dance with me? Because you know, I know, you know that it's so funky. Take off your clothes and dance with me. Because you know, I know, you know that it's so funky. Take off your clothes and dance with me. Because you know, I know, you know that it's so funky. Take off your clothes and dance with me. Because why don't you take off your clothes and dance with me? Because you know, I know, you know that it's so funky. Take off your clothes and dance with me. Because you know, I know, you know that it's so funky. Take off your clothes and dance with me. Because you know, I know, you know that it's so funky. Take off your clothes and dance with me. Because you know, I know, you know that it's so funky.
Ken and Sons, mobile engine service, marine and jet skis. Chris Duran, 10 years experience, hands-on in the field. You can contact Chris at 719-799-3993, or you can email him at kevandsons@gmail.com. Certified with Mercury, Volvo, Yamaha, Honda, and Suzuki. That's Kevin Sons Mobile Volume Repair. Let him help you out with your needs.
Extra, extra, read all about it. More Express Big Dogs, the most wanted gourmet hot dogs in Denver, Colorado. The Big Beanie Single, notorious for its cinnamon baked beans. The Big Untouchable, infamous for its homemade Italian flavor. The Big Chili Parmer, the most infamous of them all. It's chili on the inside, it's chili on the outside. It's a regular chili fest. All 3 dogs served with mozzarella and cheddar cheese, and you only get pinched for $6. 1BR.co. That's 1BR.co. The home of One Blunt Radio. Advertising is a must. Best prices in the planet. Right here on One Blunt Radio. I'm going to need you guys to check out the site. Go to the sponsorship tab. Find out what package suits you. We have product services, event services, and mixtape music packages. One way or another, we have your event covered. The best damn street team bar none in the MMJ community. We are everywhere. Did I say everywhere? Everywhere. Cannabis Crowd, Bongathon, 420, and of course, even in the springs at the Speakeasy, we're gonna be where the people is. Music and marijuana is our motivation. What's yours, Craig? On One Blunt Radio. SOS. Smoke one, son. And we back. It's the midday burn. Fire up. That's right, y'all. Man, so over the weekend, seems as though there wasn't that many big things going on. Huh? There's some stoned reports around here. Let's see what they did in that stoned world of news. Wonder what Chicken Chong would have done right now this weekend.
They might have went up in smokes.
Yeah, they'd be smoking right now.
Yeah, that's what they did. They would just disappear in a puff of smoke.
A puff of smoke?
Yeah.
A cloud of smoke, not just a puff.
Wow. Well,
we could just go into the topics you gave us.
Yeah.
Probably. I'm just saying, I was actually over here having a great moment of highness where I'm just cooking around everything
Yeah.
but the article. So let's get it going. Breaking news, guys. Broncos linebacker Von Miller is facing a 4-game suspension for violating NFL policy, according to a source with knowledge of the situation. Story is developing.
So which policies, though? Did it say specifically?
He failed the piss test.
Yeah.
So is the drug testing policies?
Yeah, that was a nice way to put it. But I caught it on another feed where they just went right in. The drug testing. And he's going to fight it, of course, but of course, you know, what they're going to say is, because he's in Colorado, he stopped at the dispensary. I'm pretty sure he's going to say a doctor prescribed him some shit that didn't know that something was in it.
Yeah, you think? I guess so. That's probably what it is.
That's what the common thread is in that sports, right?
Right.
Well, I'm just checking.
No, I was going to say, it's been so long since we've heard of somebody not knowing the cycle well enough to not get busted by their random testing.
Yeah.
So.
And you're in Colorado, you're a Denver Bronco. I'm just saying that you should just have pee on deck ready because they're going to pee you all the time. I'm sorry, but you're in one of two. If you play for the Seattle Seahawks, you should feel like the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, so I would not want to believe it was weed. I don't want to believe it was weed because I believe he would be smarter than that. You have to know that I'm going to test you every other week or every other. God, every time I think about a joint, I'm going to call you up and tell you go take a test.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Test.
Yeah, and then this all goes back to Ricky Waters, that he decided to quit over this whole idea.
Test.
Essentially, because and that's where it's like, you know, it is really funny. The whole, yeah, I don't know. I can understand for sports purists wanting to stay with that. But
we're gonna stay close to this. We're gonna find out where it goes.
I
Just
like
because he's the
cannabis a
Bronco
lot,
and
but I'm hard to say it gives you a physical advantage in anything.
Like if he got caught with pot, I'd be like, dude, keep playing. Not a problem.
They didn't do anything to their guys that got caught for the DUIs, their office management?
Yes, they did.
Or did they suspend them?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They did just what you said. Immediately. The reason why nothing happened at first is because everybody was on break. They wasn't going to be back to that Monday. So when it broke, they had about 4 days to feel like they don't know what's going on. But trust me, the Broncos higher ups was everywhere they was on break. They was talking to the NFL. They was talking to lawyers. And they was talking to them. You jacked up. Piece of crap. You know we're going to have to spend you, right? Can't have this. Like, everything around the Broncos is trying to be something to drive them off balance because they're supposed to be that Super Bowl team.
Right. Well, and again, though, you would think that the reality of all that kind of negative light, but not so much from, was the name of the movie Saturday Night Lights, where they showed those high school kids and
Friday Night Lights,
where they're injecting them up with all the lidocaine and all that stuff, and you know that's rampant in pro football too. So to a certain extent, I can understand those guys being on the same level as everybody else.
If you're hurt during the game and they need you to keep playing, it's cool to give you a boost.
But when you go home and
when you're at home and you're
bust
hurting,
anything up and you're hurt, you gotta hobble down the stairs.
Or you're an old veteran or a young veteran and you got injured, and this muscle's just not reacting like it's supposed to. It's not speeding up, man, like it's supposed to. But if I'm back.
Right? Or
I've
even,
learned it since a kid.
I mean, I guess they got to be taking it from the standpoint of the old Lou Ferrigno and Arnold Schwarzenegger
and Hulk Hogan
documentary, where they're basically talking about, in order to give, not only do they like the mental zone that it puts them in before they go.
You seen the Beyond the Ropes, didn't you? I mean, Beyond the Ring, Beyond the Ropes with the WWE, where they went and they talk. Oh man, they talk about all the old wrestlers and all the ones that goes on strung out on dope, all of them that killed themselves. The different ones that was on pain junkies because of the grueling schedule that they kept up. And if you don't show up next week because you hurt, they just write you out the script.
And it's hard to get written back in.
Right. So you got to keep taking these pills and this steroid, and if you're not getting
Whatever
bigger and
else
looking
they
good,
can.
then hey, you lose a job. And they showed how these people was looking and how many people. They showed the Chris Benoit story, and everybody knows that was a tragedy. At best, he was a great wrestler. He was one of the best tacticians and technicians in the ring ever to be such a little guy.
It sucks that steroids got the best of him.
Man, blew his brain out, man. So let's, it takes you there. You got to just pay attention to, life.
But
Life
see,
is a mind.
that's the thing though, is that I still wouldn't blame the steroids. I don't know if I'm taking too much time to go out here.
No.
I still blame the rest of the system, and that the steroids just magnified it. Look at you laughing at me. I mean,
No, I agree with
seriously,
that.
the whole reason he was taking the steroids is because
the system was
and
making
not
him
even,
think he had to be
not
bigger.
even just the wrestling system, but the whole world system. For him to be in a place where he was making it and successful and supposed to be happy and be able to buy the house that's supposed to make him happy and the car that's supposed to make him happy, and he got there and he wasn't happy.
Not enough.
It
seems that way a lot. It seems that way a lot. A lot of people move away from where they're comfortable to try to move where people say you're supposed to be.
Right.
And I believe that's where the problem begins. Like I've always told people, I could give a damn how far I blow up. This is my home, and I probably would never leave Colorado because this is where I feel like my sanctity rises. And I believe if you go take yourself at certain ages in your life, uproot your whole living system, and just go somewhere else right there, you start other stuff to happen.
Right.
And mentally, you never know where it can go.
It's such a fine
you
line
was
for
all right, Ray.
everyone.
You one of the few that made it. That you was like, but you was here in the Army, so you didn't just get uprooted. We talking about somebody that just you make it, and they say, we need you in Hollywood. We need you to move here. No, I'm gonna rent me a room while I do this movie or this project, and I'm gonna go back home. But no, they feel like, man, my movie's #1. I need to be in the Hollywood Hills. I need to be able to be downtown on the Sunset Strip so people can see me all the time. Paparazzi got to be able to snap my picture. People think that's what you need. But that's really your remedy for failure.
They should have took Pam Grier. They should have took her hint.
Most people that jump out there like that, jump away like that. The same headline that blew you up, blow you out.
Hey.
All right, y'all. Wall Street analysts expect Apple will report on Tuesday that it had a fairly miserable past quarter. Fairly miserable. Didn't unveil any major products over the last 3 months. High-end smartphone sales are plateauing, and Apple has no real low-cost solution for prepaid customers and developing global markets. Apple customers are increasingly opting for iPad minis or older iPhone models, which carry lower profit margins than newer and bigger devices. All those factors will contribute to flat sales and a 22% drop in profit in Apple's fiscal third quarter, analysts predict. Damn.
Well, to a certain extent, I think that's kind of seasonal for Apple and cyclical. They usually release a new iPhone at the end of the summer. They usually come out with new products right after that until we go into December. So,
well, when I looked at the graph though, for last year this time and the year before this time, it's like this. I mean, it's a big difference of what they're used to making.
right, I can see that too. Although I would personally also contribute that to the economy in general. I mean, if it's saying that people are opting for the less expensive models,
I would say I would blame it on. It's hard. We all know this. It's hard to recreate something that is a genius. The iPhone came out as a genius tool, and every time you got to keep upgrading it, you're gonna run into that wall sometimes. And I believe right now they kind of ran into a bit of a wall with progression. And while they're running into this wall, you have all these people that had all these years to study you. It's like how they did the Bulls. Like sooner or later, you're going to get knocked off the championship because I've studied you. And I've studied you, and you've been the champ, and I'm studying you. And soon as you made that one flaw, and we knew it was a flaw when you was advertising it, we clicked our engines on. Samsung.
Well, in the report you gave pointed out that last week, though, Verizon in Fortune 500 reported a 44% growth in iPhone sales in general for the quarter. So, I think that's where I was leaning towards. It's an economy issue. If they still got 44% market share selling right next to the Galaxy G4 and other phones, then
We'll
it's
see.
the state of what's going on.
Saying people may be thinking that the Android market might be cheaper. Is they making it affordable?
This is the first time they earners did that since 2003. But you know, we'll keep our eyes on there because you know, Apple is resilient. They
got
will
the iPhone
bounce
5i
back.
and 5S coming out soon. So, I mean, they'll be bouncing back, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's
iPhone 5.
It's going to be the 5i, which is like the economy-friendly version of the 5. And then the 5S is going to be like when the 4S came out, but upgraded. So it's going to have a little bit more features on it than the 5 did. It's going to have a little more hardware on it than the 5 did. So hopefully, you know, with a little bit of a price change, they might be a little more successful this quarter.
Well, we'll
Hopefully.
keep our eyes on them. We'll keep our eyes on them. Well, right now, I think I need to run away real fast and get us some music going. We've been talking to y'all for a minute. It's been a wonderful explosion. Play y'all a couple songs. And, hell, talk about some weed.
Oh yeah.
Don't y'all like talking about weed?
I love it.
I think we saw a lot of weed this weekend.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, we smoked a half ounce alone on Saturday in like 3 hours.
Yeah, Matt loved the medicine
And
man
4
for
blunts.
hooking up good deals on.
Now you got to say the part that it was a half in 4 blunts. It was 4 blunts.
4
Three.
blunts. 4.
No, it was 4.
It was 4.
It was
It
4.
was just short. but
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4.
And then we had to roll 4 more
Yeah,
while we were there because
that completed the whole cycle.
there were a lot of awesome people at that competition that Albies was at.
Yes.
Yeah. No, big up to Albies for letting us hijack Albies TV this weekend.
It wasn't
Mhm.
exactly the way we wanted it to come
Yeah.
out,
But
it
it
is
was
pretty
still
well
good.
known that
We
we're-
Hey,
hijacked
but you know,
Albies TV.
when you've been in the military, adapting over time is a key issue. And being able to...
when we were at the event
That's
too,
okay,
it wasn't
that's back
exactly
in
the way we
mind.
wanted to come out about the fact that we're on the CaliWoodRadio.com, but we got outed for being on CaliWoodRadio.com now too.
Yeah, everybody keeps... Like,
Yeah, but he corrected himself later on in the night.
Oh yeah.
No, because I went to him and they said that we was Blunt Radio.
Well, that
Blunt
wasn't the
Radio.
point. My point just was, now the cat's out the bag.
Yeah,
Again.
it's out the bag. But we didn't say it. Somebody else said it. So
Somebody else said.
big up my brother for
Matter of fact, guys,
identifying
I
us,
will
yeah,
make
man.
that call today. I think we're ready. So let's go to this break, man. Cool Quay dropped a new one, and she's shooting a video to this. I'm gonna give y'all info on the video shoot on tomorrow's show. They're sending me out all the info, and I'll let you
And
guys
that's
know what's
one
up
of
with the video shoot.
And that's one of them artists, isn't it? That
Cool
you were
Quay.
saying?
No,
Cool
Cool
Quay?
Quay. No, Cool Quay. ACO Records.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Albies. We've played her though. She's on that song, played it in the club. She was voted one of the best female artists on Westwood Showcase. She got a little steam on her. She's a beast. Let's check her out, y'all. And we'll be right back.
World War shit.
bitch and the CEO, my street knowledge is savage. Why a lot of you niggas and bitches out here is average. Like I said before, I'ma be the one to notarize the quote. I ain't have to make it out here in the rap game selling. Yeah, I'm cool, just like that. But when I do my do, these bitches gon' be mad. Check out my cool swag, cool swag, cool swag, cool swag. Yeah, I'm cool, just like that. But when I pull my tool, these niggas gon' be mad. Check out my cool swag, cool swag, cool swag, cool swag. They be like, damn, Kool-Koy, you so crazy. Better thou out, you never catch me being lazy. I ain't got time right now for relationships, no babies. I'ma keep getting this moolah, I want me a Mercedes. More people that know my name is the more I go insane. Niggas and bitches wanna be drifting, all in my lane. Acting like we grew up together, claiming we sharing game. You dig my vivid versatility, you're tired of being plain. I know you want to, but you can't do the things I do, boo-boo. This is pure character, nope, you can't teach or learn this in school. I own up to everything I do, whether it's good or faulty. Buy that quality shit, even though it's costly. If it's not my life, then it's not my concern. And I ain't fucking with you, nigga, if your bridge is burnt. Let's not try to get over on me like playing slug bug, you will get tagged. Let off first, no tag back, cause I'm about to snap. Yeah, I'm cool, just like that. But when I do my do, these bitches gon' be mad. Check out my cool swag, cool swag, cool swag, cool swag. Yeah, I'm cool, just like that. But when I pull my tool, these niggas gon' be mad. Check out my cool swag, cool swag, cool swag, cool swag.
Check out my cool swag. They loving my pizzazz. Michael Jackson, yeah, I'm bad. Gucci pants on my ass, yeah, I'm fresh. I'm fresh. I'm fresher than the soap beat. I'm fly. I'm fly. I swear to God, I'm floating. I'm high. So why try to deny? I'm in them clouds with them birds. The bitches saying, oh my, boy, you see me out in public. Niggas hate it, bitches love it. Lames try to run my lane. So my style, they try to dump it. Fuck it, they can't keep up. I'm cleaner than the motherfucker. 2 chains hang on my side like I was a trucker. Boy, I ain't no buster. In my life, I've been a hustler. Trying to get to the next level and get about the struggle. I fucks with Kool-Koy, my girl from the A. We stay blazing on the streets and ripping beats every day. And dog, I ain't no fucking kid, so hell no, I don't play. And everything I do is boss, boy, I'm good where I stay.
Yeah, I'm cool, just like that. But when I do my do, these bitches gon' be mad. Check out my cool swag, cool swag, cool swag, cool swag. Yeah, I'm cool, just like that. But when I pull my tool, these niggas gon' be mad. Check out my cool swag, cool swag, cool swag, cool swag.
A1 the witness. 5 minutes of fame. Hey, nigga, DJ FXP, let's go. I wear my hoodie when I'm belling down the block. I don't give a fuck about a cop watch. I wear my hoodie, that don't mean we killers. That don't mean you can kill us.
Hoodie in the hood or the woods. For traveling down the block, you can watch me, I'm all good. This time is there for something, you won't fall anything. A banana to tell hot, your boy gorilla for a play. Boo-boo for a brownie, a black on you around me. Neighbor, why'd you wish with the cops so we could arrest me? Imagine had to be in Florida, still an election, killing kid. Made a law to justify trying to feed us food. Why'd you keep falling when the cops said stop? I need you out of the cop, dispatch to the bird and got shot. My family's lost a son, heaven gained an angel. You a YouTube statement instead of in jail, you be grateful. See, now you've been arrested. Say yourself like with your name. You said you a victim, you shall be victimized, man. I really don't condone malice, rumors, racial violence. But divine science, in my world, there's an alliance.
I wear my hoodie when I'm belling down the block. I don't give a fuck about a cop watch. I wear my hoodie, that don't mean we killers. That don't mean you can kill us. I wear my hoodies, 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 I wear my hoodies. Hoodie on,
Chucks, Levi sagging grown man, getting money up. I'm too up, who's up? Not us black folk, we better crew up. Who can stop us? A force to reckon with. It seems the wrong blacks, they got all the chips. Never seen them around the Trayvon Martins. So some stranger stalked him in often. Now even when it's hot, I'm hoodied up. I'm praying for a stalker, I'm 40 cowed up. My thing don't got 10. We hot 16s, box me in, it won't happen. This homie here is clapping, homie here is active. Colorado camel activist, I'ma had a hood, raising CCs and black fists. United on some black-ish. Shout out to Terrence Roberts for remembering the kids.
I wear my hoodie when I'm belling down the block. I don't give a fuck about a cop watch. I wear my hoodie, that don't mean we kill us. That don't mean you can kill us. Hey, I wear my hoodie, women like it. It gets me goody. All black, walking in the street like they said stop following, but you started a street fight. You're lucky it wasn't me, because I keep my heat right. I wear my hoodie all day, help your feelings, I don't care what y'all say. Discriminate, I thought that was sin and hate. Come see me, I'll serve you like dinner plate. The business, I ain't with that. I'm a grown man, toss you out like stolen van. Peace to the family, I'm walking with you hand in hand. My prayers is with y'all, yes I understand. Couldn't take it, if they killed my little man, might go psycho and go out and kill their friends. Nah, I know you can't do that, so I'm gonna sit down and smoke me a few bats. Calm my nerves, cause I wanna brew. Sad was your 4-5 hollow tips. Do your sad what you hurt the city, you hurt the states. So a moment of silence while waking back. I wear my hoodie when I'm belling down the block. I don't give a fuck about a cop watch. I wear my hoodie, that don't mean we kill us. That don't mean you can kill us. I wear my hoodies, 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 I wear my hoodies.
Heavy trading started off this week on Exchange at the corner of 16th and Market in downtown Denver, Colorado. There are many big players making great moves. The Jamaican Connection has reported a bumper crop early this season. Look for insane values at their Colfax and Federal location, as well as at their Church Ranch and Wadsworth Mega Center. Pineapple Express rumors have it at $5 a gram. Moroccan Fingers have stunned connoisseurs with a golden clear shatter they claim is 100% pressed crystals, hand shaken off their organic hash plants. Probably the biggest factor for investors here is availability. Moroccan Fingers is in nearly every retailer. Right now it is priced to move. Many experts expect that to change drastically tomorrow when THC Labs' independent report comes in on their new product, being marketed as white press hash. Other big market news has Netherlands Cannabis Nedheads Apothecary with the area's world-famous blueberry and blueberry crosses performing strong, with crystals galore and perfume to write poetry about. $10 a gram is a phenomenal value. Look for that to not last long. The Air Force Academy Pharmacy steps into the market with AF-1 Kush Copter 1. Reports of high-flying, tower-buzzing sensations with all the alluring aroma of beach volleyball. Worth the investment for the long term, but only for those with deep pockets. Government-backed and guaranteed at $400 an ounce. This market report has been brought to you by Doobie J's Handcrafted Party Blunts, OneBluntRadio.co, FilthyRichTV.com, and the Midday Burn. I'm DJ Longhair Don't Care, and I approve this message.
Hey, this is Michelle LeMay, the author of Initiative 40, and I'm on Blunt Radio. Listen up.
Charlie, Herbal Synergy, watch One Blunt Radio.
Y'all, this is Dr. D.B. Kush. Y'all tuned in to 1BR.co. It's all about the man's 24/7 MMJ. Ooh, I can't wait to smoke this shit. And we back. It's the midday burn. Fired up.
Fired up.
Yeah. I guess y'all heard that crop report, huh? So I guess we have to go down here and see something. Let's go down here. There's a lot of other stuff we can talk about, but it's so negative. Let's talk about good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff. I don't know. We probably ought to give a little bit of love to the poor people in China.
A little bit of love, yes. Oh man, shout out to the people in China. You know, y'all had a rough one this morning, and I hope everything's 89 casualties so far.
Ouch.
And they're still, I guess, looking. So we keep our eyes tuned and we keep y'all posted on that. Now, as a religion, marijuana-infused faith pushes commonly held limits. 64-year-old Roger Christie, a resident of Hawaii's Big Island, although most recently of Cell 104 at Honolulu Federal Detention Center, is a religious science practitioner, a minister of Universal Life Church, ordained in the Church of Universe in Canada, and Universal of the Okleweha Native American Church of Hilo, Hawaii, the founder of the Hawaii Cannabis THC Ministry, as you might guess. It was the last of those spiritual vocations that landed him in prison. Well, he's in jail, huh?
Yeah, I thought Hawaii was one of those states that was medical marijuana okay.
Yeah.
So, again, this is one of those weird situations where the feds aren't going back, or are going back on their word. And in addition to that, this is a pretty aggressive maneuver, I guess, towards what they figure is just a high-profile dealer again, just like all the other high-profile, nonsensical. And this guy is on the island of Hawaii distributing to high-level people in need, who are really, running the streets of Hawaii in a violent outrage. What the hell?
And as we learned this week, there's only one registered cannabis ministry, which is the Green Faith. Maybe they need to get their paperwork right and get registered so they don't have that problem.
And they will be a non-profit.
Because it sounds like to me it's a paperwork issue. Like I understand where he's coming at it.
But the paperwork should only be a matter of filing for tax purposes. It really shouldn't be a matter of having to make a defense for yourself in court. This does also go back on a lot of other things where this is a great country, but man, look at a lot of other places' examples. If you want to leave these things scheduled illegal, fine, but decriminalize it and stop this expensive war. You're just taking money out of the streets and putting it back into the banks is basically what they're doing. They're taking it away from everybody.
Right. So they'd rather have somebody in a dark alley come up and talk about, hey, you want to buy something? Let's open up his trench coat and sell you anything from like that. That's what they wanted to happen.
Right. That's exactly one of the biggest proponent issues of prohibition is that when you've got an unregulated black market, you've got unscrupulous people who are willing to make an extra buck and do things that just don't care because they want to make an extra buck and it's cheaper, or they can cut it and spread it longer. And
they also say this here, though. They say the courts will probably be loath to allow Mr. Christie his humanist, personal, idiocratic religion. If we could have our own religions, the courts would have a lot more defendants claiming their religious require to use drug use. Besides, may not be the ideal crusader for the religious marijuana, according to the government. The THC ministry offered a sanctuary kit that included a cognate and cannabis tincture. That recommended donation was $1,000. And in its brief, the government quotes transcripts of wiretap conversations in which Mr. Christie sounds like a drug dealer, haggling over prices, not a man of God serving his people with spiritual needs. Yet Mr. Christie's case raises difficult, important questions. If only old or popular religions are protected by the First Amendment.
Right. It's only been successfully argued once that I have been able to find, but I still, from I'd take on then the right to agriculture standpoint. In all reality, you have the right to agriculture. It is a First Amendment right, and you have the right to grow whatever. Again,
I guess we got to pay attention to that
use
one too.
Use is use, and whatever. You still run into those factors, but man, it should be, again, like I said, a nonsensical issue. They're looking at it from the wrong standpoint.
Right.
They need to wait for him or the people that he has affected to actually commit a crime based on this substance before they should be able to come back to him for his substance. I mean, I know that's a little bit blah, 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 keep people safe, but on the other hand, this is a plant that we've had and known about for 12,000 years now, people.
Somewhere in here we got to catch up with it.
Right. Again, look at the models that other countries are putting together. I'm not saying that I want, you know, a world where it's run by people strung out on heroin or whatever, but on the other hand, I don't want my cook at the dinner that I go out to eat and spend good money on to be a heroin junkie and have hepatitis C or HIV and not really be caring, and even if they don't pass something along to me, still getting sick because they just don't care and they're not washing their hands or taking care right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would rather them be, you know, a functioning heroin addict, and the non-functioning heroin addicts will unfortunately weed themselves out. I know it's a survival of the fittest thing, but that's where we need to take a different look, is then we need to look at it as it's not something that we need to address so much. The addiction is, you know, always psychologically, and at least in the psychological community, always coming from a lack of some other thing in your life, and it's usually self-recognition. You know, it's usually when you're self-destructive and doing self-destructive behaviors, it's because you know, the oversimplified way that we keep putting it is you needed a hug one day and you didn't get it, you know?
Needed a hug. So maybe they need a hug. We have to just keep our eyes on that because it seems like that's going to be pretty interesting, and I'm pretty sure it's going to stay on the ticker. Now let's talk about this cannabis DUI injunction. First thing I want to say is, if you so happen to get pulled over on that new DUID bill and go to court, you probably should get a lawyer and have your lawyer request for your case to be put on stay while this injunction is still be seen. Because until they make a decision on this injunction, they shouldn't make a decision on DUID cases.
Right, and it should be a no-brainer, and everybody's like, oh, well, they should do that automatically. No, the government and the court system is in no hurry to figure out something that will save you some money and hassle.
Right, and Green Faith actually filed this cannabis DUI injunction, and I would read it all, but I wanted to just really say that and tell you, if you go to smokingcolorado.info under Colorado law, we will run a link and put this whole DUID bill information up for all of our people to be able to go see, because we believe that you do need to know exactly what's being said and how the laws are being interpreted.
And I think we need to give love again to, you said it was, who was presenting this bill?
Green Faith.
Green Faith.
Yes, Reverend Baker. And happy birthday, Reverend Baker. You know, your birthday was this weekend, you know, a big bash. Hope you had a good time. Now, drug testing takes on a new meaning with legal marijuana quality control. Marijuana testing used to be mean, checking to see if someone had been smoking it. But with Oregon, Washington, and Colorado all making pot more widely available to the public, laboratory testing for safety, purity, potency, and active ingredients is added to the legitimacy of the drug. This does demonstrate a shift in how we are beginning to treat marijuana in this country, said Mason Tavert, spokesman for the Marijuana Policy Project. Legal products are regulated and sold in a controlled marketplace, and that's what we are going to see. Already beginning to see with marijuana being built for medical purposes or simply adult use. Last year, Washington and Colorado legalized marijuana for recreational use and moved to put the states in charge of regulating its sale to anyone old enough to drink booze. So the way that they're basically just showing that because we test in the manners that we do, that's helping to bring legitimacy to our market because now you're getting actual tests from somewhere. We have a log of our products.
Well, and that's why, it used to be that you would recommend, at least if you were really into not smoking mold and bug eggs and things like that, you took a scope with you to see what you were getting. Or you really trusted your farmer, one of those two. Or you didn't care, I guess. But yeah, that goes to like we were just saying, is when you have something that's regulated in the light, you get a much safer product, and there's
safer access, a better product, and you know what a garbage is.
Right. Remember bathtub gin? People were going blind. We had to kind of put it back together because people were making methanol instead of ethyl alcohol.
Right.
Woo!
How things go. Now, activists in Philadelphia planned indefinite protests calling for an end to cannabis prohibition. Philly Normal and the Panic Hour have announced that they will be holding a indefinite cannabis protest in Philadelphia beginning on July 26th. Event organizers have previously held protests in support of legalizing cannabis called Smoke Down Prohibition. But this is the first in which is planned indefinitely, meaning it could continue for months. No doubt. Thanks. Shout out to y'all in Philadelphia, man.
For sure. I wish we could figure out a way to make it out there on such short notice.
One of these days, Philly, we're going to come out there and help y'all smoke out prohibition.
That's right.
All right. Vermont hemp rules conflict with federal law. To grow marijuana for industrial purposes or research, a grower must register with the DEA and meet specific security requirements, such as installing costly fencing for a field of hemp. A national nonprofit group is pushing to change current law and move regulation of hemp farming from DEA to the state. In the meantime, the group Vote Hemp does not recommend growing hemp while state and federal laws conflict. It's literally betting the farm, said Tom Murphy, a national outreach coordinator for the group. Farmers who grow it or even conspire to grow it and import the seeds face jail time and forfeiture of their land, he said, but it's unclear how seriously the DEA will enforce it. Murphy said he's heard people have planted hemp and leased land in Colorado. Hey.
Yeah.
Only in Colorado. SmokingColorado.info, man. We'll tell you about where to go, how to see it, and how to feel it. Yeah.
There's so many reasons to grow it, man. You can grow a house on 3 acres every year. You know, there's ways to make pressed fiberboard from the hemp. You can make clothing from the fiber. You make rope from the fiber. You press the oil, and it doesn't take.
You run a car.
You can You can
Henry
make
Ford made the first hemp car.
Any type of oil in all actuality.
Right.
And corn oil is not as productive as they tell you it is. You know.
Amen.
Let's experiment with all these other sources.
A good thing about it, it puts nutrients back into the soil so that you can continue grow and grow and grow. It doesn't take anything from the earth. It gives.
And on that note, let's keep it moving. Sherry Hale, Washington woman. I was fired for failing a drug test after secondhand pot exposure. Sherry Hale's 16-year career at Washington State retail store came to an end about a year and a half ago when on job injury forced her to submit to a drug test. She tested positive for THC, the psychoactive agent of marijuana, and was fired for breaching the company's zero tolerance policy. But Hale told Washington's Como in a recent report that she never used cannabis and that the results of the oral swab with subsequent blood tests were instead affected by her secondhand exposure to her husband's oral.
Okay.
Oral. That's what I said.
All right.
Oral swab and subsequent blood tests were instead affected by her secondhand exposure to her husband's frequent medical marijuana use. There is a huge gray area where there's a lot of people who are contaminated from secondhand smoke, Hale said in an interview with Como, Matt Markovich, saying that losing her job was devastating to the couple financially. secondhand smoke made her fail the test, huh?
At first I was freaked out, or not freaked out. At first I was like, yeah, BS. You know, unfortunately, it's pretty well known that oxygen negates the effects. You know, that's why over time your body oxidizes it, and there you go. So, but on the other hand, it went on to say there was a guy who did some tests and studies himself. I don't know this guy, so I don't know how far to trust him, but he said that, he sat in. One, I think it's skewed because he hotboxed the limousine or something like that for an hour. So it's a little bit of a different comparison. But he said that, after that, he failed a swab test. That's still far more than you're going to get at a concert and all of that stuff. And you know, I mean, like I said, we're talking with people who are pro-cannabis.
I never failed my drug test, even the military one, to get the military strict drug test or whatever. I didn't fail that, even though I had been around plenty of secondhand weed.
I can see her failing the blood test for being around there, but she failed the swab test that's inside the mouth, which means cannabis had to be inside her mouth to get that, because smoke.
Well, if she had her mouth open and was breathing.
Oh yeah, okay,
and
right.
He's blowing.
Right. Okay.
What if he smokes like we do, Ray?
Huh?
VJs, what if he smokes like us?
What if he smokes?
It's a possibility you can pick up the smoke in it.
But it wouldn't be in her saliva.
Needs to be done.
We should do it.
It wouldn't be in her saliva, I don't think.
Okay. Does anybody know 20 people that don't smoke? And we'll have them over to Casa del Smoke.
Let's see if we can smoke out there live.
Once a day for a week, because I mean that'll kind of simulate to a certain extent
what she's going through.
What she'd be going through.
And then you have to swab the inside of her
hours
mouth.
a day at home, give or take.
So when we open up Casa del Smoke, we gotta have a research room. Well, we research a lot of these theories on actuality.
Yeah, if you didn't see the Facebook post on Friday, we were researching Twinkie type products.
Guess what? Y'all didn't use no names, did y'all? Y'all used the names?
Oh, we took a picture of them all. So I mean, we tried these artificial strawberry flavored Submarinos by Marinella. The consensus was they were.
Is there any Twinkies left?
They were nasty.
Twinkies.
The box is even going.
And then there were and those were like probably the best idea, I think, though, the strawberry flavored ones.
Nah,
I think that's a good idea.
Stuff. That stuff left medicine taste
it tasted bad.
Yeah.
I think it was a good idea.
These almost taste
and
like
then the same company did the vanilla flavored ones, and they were just as bad and super dry.
These do taste like old Twinkies, though.
Yeah, it was a good thing we got a third box of Twinkies, because they were much better than the first two boxes.
And I'm gonna be honest, the rest of this stuff
weren't quite the same.
Sucks.
Yeah, everything else sucked. The cloud cake sucked. The Sara Lee golden cream
sucks.
He said it's cloud. I'm about to taste the cloud cake.
We gonna do?
I think this tastes pretty good.
But it's not a Twinkie. Right. The Twinkies were a little bit better because
honestly,
they were a little
these
bit more
really
moist
do
than
taste like the old, almost like the old recipe for the Twinkies, though.
It tastes like a zinger to me.
The Twinkies taste right, but they're not the right
cream
texture.
Tastes medicine-y.
The right size.
Tastes like preservey.
Okay. I'm tasting one now. On that note, we're gonna say something funny here.
Yeah.
You had a guy out getting money. Sign up said homeless vet. Another guy comes up, put the sign up. He's a liar. with an arrow. Because the dude wasn't a homeless vet. He was lying.
Oh.
And we kind of went straight and hard. It's right after our time, but I want to do one more thing before we leave y'all. Is I want to tell y'all what the movie stats was for the week.
Oh yeah, we need to get that. That's important stuff.
Yeah, we gotta let you know what happened in the box office.
We didn't have any time to watch no movies.
I did. I watched a couple last night, but we talked about them already.
We talked about them already.
Yeah, you were the only one smart enough to take yesterday off and relax.
I'm glad I didn't.
I know, I'm glad I didn't on the other. Well, that was just it. Like, if you would have told me Friday morning when we got here that on Sunday morning I'd be like, I don't want to do anything. I would have laughed at you. Sunday morning, I was like, man, I am beat.
Beat the hair. And I had to go referee.
But then by 3 o'clock, I was like, no way, man. I gotta go. This is coast to coast. This is...
And it worked out.
Worth it.
It worked out. So Movie Monday, box office report. The Conjuring Spooks, R.I.P.D. with 41.5 million debut. Animated movies have topped the box office for the past 4 weeks. But this time around, audiences were ready to embrace something a bit edgier. As such, Warner Brothers horror film, The Conjuring, easily topped crowded weekend with an eye-popping 41.5 million. The 20 million James Wan directed title garnered the best horror debut of the year, trumping The Purge, 34.1 million bowl in May. It also had the second best debut for an R-rated horror film, trailing only Paranormal Activity 3, which opened at 52.6 in 2011. The film notched a powerful $14,306 per theater average. And if it receives strong worldwide mouth, hey, I don't know what that meant. It is it with mouth.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, fuck that. I mean, freak film. Avengers 2 named at Comic-Con as Thor's, Tom Hiddleston recruits Army. Spoiler alert before we leave today. Highlights of the Marvel panel include Josh Whedon revealing the title of the new Avengers film, and Huddleston's going to full panto as Loki to introduce Thor footage, plus the Captain America 2 cast, clips of Guardian of the Galaxy, and the superlative day of the show till Comic-Con ended with near hysteria during the Marvel panel on Sunday evening as Josh Whedon snuck on stage to Hell H to reveal the first time the title of his 2015 Avengers sequel, Avengers, Eye of the Ultron. Age of the Ultron. My bad, y'all.
Oh God, they're gonna bring Ultron to the movie.
The naming ceremony offered a fitting climax to what had been an hour-long tease and a thrilling day overall at Comic-Con. The presentation began when Marvel Studios boss man Kevin Feige dropped in to present footage from the November release of Thor: The Dark World. Just before they rolled the tape, Feige pulled off a masterstroke, leaving the stage in hands of some frankly fair, more qualified to get the crowd going. So basically they came in and they stole the show at the Comic-Con where they was at and basically dropped Thor news that nobody got. As we see, Age of the Ultron, 2015 expected release.
And the Captain America sequel and the other sequels, man, they listed like 3 or 4 there, right?
Man, that's going to be...
Thor, Captain America, Avengers...
Guardians of the Galaxy. It's going to be awesome, man. They're going to go in. I'm looking forward to seeing what the box office does and seeing the buzz around who they end up putting in all the different suits. So on that note, guys, man, we gave y'all tap it over. It's cool. You're cool. We're cool. Everyone's cool. And we're going to get out of here. I no longer have to get on to his daily journey. And, well, the team's going to start plugging. We need money. Moral of the story.
We got a lot of even further traveling planned coming up in the next few months.
Yeah, because it looks like August 16th, Glenwood Springs is called.
Yeah, and it'd be
to
nice
open
to
for
crash in a
Javistar
hotel
and another
than
Coffee
run back
Brothers up in Glenwood. Another Colorado Springs. Get some things calling, so we got to see what we can do here. But thank you guys for tuning in. Fill a bowl, roll a blunt. If you old school, roll a joint. Pack a dab or 2 or 3 or freaking 4. Eat an edible, a medible, sip a sucker, drink a drink. And SOS. Smoke one, son.
Yeah. I'm on that loud cloud, and I ain't never coming down. Soprano, I ain't never coming down, I ain't never coming down. 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 And I'm blowing on this loud and I'm sipping on this rose. I ain't never coming down. No way, I'm blowing on this loud. I'm blowing on this loud and I ain't never coming down from the my motto. Sipping on this